Tell us something your mum doesn't know. Yeah.
Texting me asking how I'm doing, and I'm just like, I'm good now.
Right on. Put your cans on.
Yeah. Are we on live on audio?
No, but I gotta do this.
I'm gonna start it off with the little.
This is the
Yeah, I fucking.
BLACKTOOth
Not my
DIY
mug today.
podcast. No, why don't you? All right, so
Don't want to start on a somber note, but a member of the BLACKTOOth family has passed on, crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, if you will.
into Canada.
What? Oh.
That's the name of the bridge that goes over Niagara Falls.
Boo.
I'll give it to you.
She was on episode 7 briefly. My cat, when I picked her up and held her next to the mic and squeezed her, so she fucking yeah. She was probably already dying then, but yeah, we had to put her down 2 days ago, and I don't know, it sucks. So I don't want to mull or whatever. I don't want to fucking drag on about that, but I just wanted to mention it and do a little moment of silence in honor of my fucking bud. So yeah, we're gonna do a moment of silence.
10 seconds of silence starting now.
Thank you. Now on to the funny. Fucking cracking y'all up.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, so I wrote a little set list for us because there was topics we talked about last week that I want to get back to. I thought one of those topics was fisting for a second, but it's just fighting.
My.
No, it's fighting.
I mean, we could talk about both.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
They go hand in hand.
Well, it's under the
no pun intended.
It's under the
Hands.
thing labeled kids shit. So yeah, fisting definitely.
Fisting kids.
Yeah, fisting children. Podcast.
Till they shit. Get pulled over with that list. Like,
Oh
what?
yeah. I swear, officer, it was my shopping list.
I need to buy some fisting kid shit.
You know, have you ever seen the
Fucking
whitest?
Vaseline. Some fucking,
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
some nitrile gloves.
A little amyl nitrate.
I don't want my hands all fudgy.
Yeah. Fucking bleach. Tarp. Couple of
Wax.
yeah.
Fucking wax their buttholes.
Oh, you mean like Nair?
Bikini wax.
Have you ever used Nair?
No, I don't mean Nair. I mean when they apply the wax and like rip
Like
it off.
Brazilian wax,
Yeah,
like that
bikini
jelly
wax
stuff.
shit. And they yoink your fucking hair out of your fucking body.
Dude, one of my exes used to do that shit, and you get like that fucking day after where it just looks like you have herpes.
Yeah.
And it's still like, I know what it is. It's like your skin is just fucking irritated.
Even you can get that. I've had it done that to myself, like shaving, and you just get a bunch of ingrown hairs and shit, and like
Yeah, you're
shave
like,
burn. Like
I have herpes.
You're like 15. You're like, I'm gonna go against the grain, and then you're like, ah. Like I'm a virgin. I don't have an STD, but why is my shit fucking blown out? Like,
Where's my hand been?
did I get herpes from making out with my freshman girlfriend? Like,
Dude, that's...
is she pregnant because I peed after? She sat on the toilet.
Like,
All right, we need to work.
No.
Chop.
No. That's fine. We could chop from Mimi or whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know, get the conversation rolling or something. But what the fuck was I talking about?
I still feel if you live in Tuckahoe, fuck you. The place is garbage.
That's
like,
fine.
Petersburg is superior, and
you guys
you're
are
inbred hillbilly trash if you're on the other side
There
of the
aren't any
tracks.
hills in fucking Tuckahoe. How can we
Well,
be
they're your
hillbillies?
billies then. I don't fucking know.
They call them sea billies around here, boy.
No, they call them something else.
Pineys.
No, I saw someone posting it. It's not sea billies. It was something. It was like beach billy or something.
That sounds
Beach
weird.
fucking something.
Sea billies is bad enough as it is, because like
They're both terrible. It wasn't beach billy though. It was something. It was like Shore Town type, like Ocean City kids saying it. Like I forget the exact.
oh, what are you, stick pricks? Like
Yeah.
some dumb
Nah,
shit
he
like
was
that.
saying like because they were doing some redneck shit in Ocean City. He's like, yeah, we're fucking beach billies or we're fucking surf tards or something. I don't fucking
surf tards. That's about right.
Yeah.
Dude, how the fuck
double overhead, brah.
How the fuck did Ocean City kids get along with Upper Township kids at all? Like, that still boggles my mind that there weren't more, like, fucking, like,
No
hospital.
bullshit. When I first got into high school, it was kind of like not a culture shock, but the Ocean City kids are definitely different than the upper kids.
Oh, yeah,
like, they were like just cooler or something. A lot of them were just.
I think they're just, like, we're used to living amongst, like, the Shoobies more because they were, like, in Ocean City, whereas, like, we would go to the beach and
And
shit.
it was kind of a smaller class, so they kind of all knew each other. Smaller school versus all like the pretentious Upper Township mansion cunts. Like,
isn't that fucking?
I mean, there's rich douche fucks from Ocean City too. I just felt like in general, a lot of the new kids I met when we integrated fucking schools or whatever were like,
we crossed over.
Yeah, got decided a bridge.
Yeah,
joined a new family.
I mean,
yeah, they were just more of like a beach vibes, man.
I fucking hated my first day of high school because I was so nervous. Because I like didn't know anybody. I ripped all the fucking nail, like my nail. I like pulled my nail back on the bus on my thumb and then like peeled the rest of it out from under there because I didn't know anyone on my bus. All the kids I took the bus with, like the previous fucking 8 school years of my life,
the routes changed. So
so I was like on the bus with these like kids that were just like garbage people, just absolute fucking.
You were the last stop on the way out of Corbin.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm heading back towards Ocean City, so they like.
And you're on the right side of the road and everything.
Yeah, so like we there was like we would go up 50 and then by the Custard Hut on Hope Corson we make that left and then go back to 9. So I had to be out, and I was like maybe the third stop, but like we were still like there was like 2 spots.
That's the fucking worst when you're like first 5 stops on a bus, dude.
I had to wake up at 5:15 every fucking morning. I was like, fuck
my
this.
First 2 years I was the first stop right over here at like Schuler's house. And then it got switched and we were over here by that sunflower field and I was the last stop because they got me on 610. It was a different bus, but like, and then that's when I got switched to like the garbage people, like fucking Trash Can and like all these people playing strip, rock, paper, scissors. And like Sam Moran had 1 red contact and 1 green contact and he was like talking about meth. And I'm like 14, like, where am I? Like, what is going on? Like,
you ever have a day where the 2 to 6 kids end up in your like on your bus for whatever, like they had like in school or something, and they have to come home? Like,
no, but I actually sat in on a 2 to 6 my senior year because I was trying to do like not credit completion, but I was trying to like kiss ass and do extra projects so I'd like graduate because I was such a fucking underachiever that like. I don't know if I was in danger or not, but like they kind of like scared me into like you need to pass these classes or you might not graduate type thing. I don't know if it was like a fucking carrot at the stick to make me work for it, but I was scared I wasn't going to graduate. So the last few weeks I'm staying after every day in Baroni's class doing these extra projects because they had like the computers in there and shit.
Yeah.
And that was where the 2 to 6 was. That shit is a fucking joke. The teacher walks around and while they're doing a test, they ask questions and the teacher answers it.
Yeah. Like, because these are all people that have fucking kids at home and they're in high school.
Half of them weren't. Like,
no, like, well, yeah, but half of them were.
Yeah, but like, not all of them were fucking, like, a lot of them in there were complete fuck ups. Yeah. But like, there was kids in there, it was like, what are you doing here, man? Like, not that you're better than this, but it's just like,
did you ever?
Like, you're not dumb. You're fully, like, they must have just had something, home life shit, something clearly was not right. Like, or maybe they wanted to work or they had to support, you know what I mean? I don't know the variables.
That shit. Like, there was, this actually organically ended up in here. I was going to talk more about, like, growing up and shit because I feel like we glossed over a couple of childhood things from last week.
Yeah.
So the first thing was, like, obviously fighting. Like, fighting is one of those things. When we were kids, like you were talking about the game, like where it was just like wailing on pretty much everyone. Did you ever play Kill the Man with the Ball?
Hell yeah. We did that on a trampoline too.
That's
yeah.
Wait, no, go tell me.
I forget. We didn't call it Kill the Man with the Ball, but we didn't call it Smear the Queer. I forget what we called it. Like, oh, what the fuck was it? It was like. Like Crush Cage, or we had some cool fucking 10-year-old name for it. Like, we're in like the trampoline with the net, and we're like fucking the Death Tank. Like I don't remember the name, but like
fucking
maybe Johnny or someone could fucking. I forget what we called it.
There was like a game that we would play where it was sort of football because there were teams, but it was part football, part you know that like Russian MMA league that's like 6-on-6.
Yeah.
Well, it was like pretty much that, and like whoever had the ball, you kind of gravitated towards them. But then but like if you wanted to, you could just like totally square off 1-on-1 against somebody. But like it would usually get broken up kind of quickly because like the ball would generally get thrown that way. But there's these kids that lived in my buddy Brandon's neighborhood. That like Brandon was cool with them, and like a couple of my other friends were cool with them. But they were like the kids that like I was normally the target, I would target them, and like that was how like low on the fucking like social totem pole in that neighborhood they were. So we would like always get them to come play our football game with us because they actually
just beat up on them.
Well, like we would beat up on everybody. Like, but like
we called it Crush the Carrier.
Crush the Carrier. Okay, that is a pretty metal name. I like that. That's eloquent. Like, I dig it.
Yeah. I don't know what just remembered me
remembered me that.
What remembered me?
My brain was thinking.
I'll learn you something, boy.
I got my gears turning. I got this coffee in me. Gonna spark up.
Hoochie.
But yeah, like the one game was just like, you know, same thing, same concept. But like, yeah, there was one where these kids, there was an older brother and a younger brother, and the older brother we kind of got along with, but the younger brother was just like, he was the younger brother, so we had to tag along everywhere, and then we just break his balls to the point where his mom threatened me with a restraining order one time.
Oh my God.
And I was like 12. Yeah. So
you're being mean to my boy.
So it started with us playing this game where I was targeting the younger brother, and the kid Matt Griswold had the ball, and he was on the other team, so he was on the younger brother's team.
Where would you guys play this? Like the fucking,
you know where the Wawa was? The
Marmora one?
Yeah, no, the Seaville one before it's the Oasis.
Greenfield, yeah,
Greenfield one. So behind there, before there were solar panels, that was the kid that I'm talking about. That was their family's field, and we used to just play in that little field because it was like a 50 by 50. Like, it's not a bad size for like, you know, pick up football.
My grade played in this like a lot of the kids I remember talking about this retention ditch off Rivendell and Stagecoach.
Oh yeah, that was what we used to play right there too.
A lot of kids used to play there. I don't think I ever partook, but we were just playing like our backyards and shit.
Yeah, Rivendell had a good one, and Island View Terrace too. Island View Terrace and Stagecoach had a fucking great one. Now I think it's filled in. It's got a my buddy growing up, Anthony Babor, shout out. He lived right there. That was his home field.
I think his sister was in my grade.
Francesca.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's French.
Kristen or
Christina, Anthony,
something.
and Francesca. Yeah. But dude,
the family.
His grandmother. I used to have dinner at his house when I was younger because his mom was, when I went to daycare, his mom worked at the daycare, and my mom would always be like really late, you know, to pick me up and shit because she was a lawyer.
Yeah.
And
she had to earn.
She had to fucking make the money. And like my dad was like never around when I was a kid, so that
he had the fuck.
No, he was earning his own money,
slinging it.
No, he was.
I'm just fucking with you. He's a good man.
He was a good man. He did nothing wrong.
He had no gumas.
No gumas. He no. So like I would go over to their house, and their grandmother would speak Italian to me, and I didn't know any Italian words, so I just speak gibberish back at her.
Exactly. Like the fucking Peter Griffin on Family Guy.
Exactly like that.
Oh my God.
Come on,
spaghetti,
and they would all just be looking at me horrified. Like, the fuck is wrong with this kid?
Nowadays that would be called like cultural appropriation.
Oh yeah, I'd be canceled for that.
Canceled Joe.
But yeah, it was it was cool. Like it was pretty dope that they took me in and like would let me have like dinner and shit with them. But so we were playing anyway. Back to fucking kill the man with the ball. So we were going, and Griswold was on the other kid's team, and I was targeting the younger brother.
Getting so much weed in my fucking mouth.
Yeah, because you don't roll filters into it because you say they taste funny.
They do.
They don't taste anything.
They do.
They don't.
Chime in the poll in the comments.
Can we put a poll on YouTube?
I don't think a poll, but chime in the comments. When you're rolling a marijuana, what was that? Turn blue and then...
That's the red is the record, the blue is the Wi-Fi, because it's a really old one, so the Wi-Fi is still how it connects to my phone instead of Bluetooth.
Okay.
That's a Hero 3. That's from like 2009.
No shit.
Yeah.
I forget what we were just talking about.
Fucking...
Oh, comment if when you smoke a blunt or a joint, do you like using those like... Any kind, really, but like the raw crutches or like the fucking people just rip off a piece of a fucking like matchbox or something in a cigarette pack. Yeah,
anything.
I don't like it.
I like it. I think it's.
I like the function. I like the way it feels between my fingers because it feels like a cigarette. It feels
twice
sturdy.
As big as your cock.
Yeah, for sure, if not more. But
sturdier. Harder.
I'm not even a connoisseur. I smoke boof, but like fucking. It just affects the flavor ever so slightly. It's the same when I light something with a lighter instead of hemp wick. Like, most people don't give a fuck, but, like, I notice.
I'm a man with priorities.
Yeah, I don't know. But it is what it is. It's my fucking weed. I literally grind up fucking blunt guts and add it back into the blunt. So it's like...
Stretch the batch a little
I don't even need to stretch it. I just fucking am addicted to nicotine. I've been smoking these fucking things. Shout out to Luxury Lights.
What are they? Is that
it's vape? Like a nicotine fucking vape, 5%.
Ugh. All right.
It kind of like, I don't know. It's cold as fuck. I don't feel like... I'm addicted to nicotine. I smoke these all day, not for the weed.
Tobacco.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I like my jaw.
I mean, you're not gonna lose. Like, just smoke like pouches. Pouches will get you there. Or that Zyn shit. That Zyn shit's apparently pretty good. Have you tried it?
I just need to quit nicotine. Like, these are garbage too. This is not like a. I was gonna try and like wean off blunts and like smoke joints and do these, and then kind of like wean off these, but I don't want to quit smoking blunts. So
It's not fuck it.
I'm just doubling down.
Just don't put more
Now,
tobacco into it. Just use the leaf.
That's what I did last night because I was like, I'm all nicotined out. Like, we watched like 5 episodes of Ozark, and I'm just sitting there hoofing on this thing to the point where I'm like lightheaded and like 8th grade nicotine high, like sitting there like, am I gonna die right now?
How do you like Ozark?
Love it. I was not disappointed by season 2 at all.
I fucking hated it. I
loved it.
So fucking
I'm
bad.
so into that show. Like, don't even pick it apart from me. Don't spoil anything. But like, we're starting season 3 tonight, and I love that show.
Maybe, and like I will completely own up to like being biased about it too. The reason I didn't like season 2 was because I had the opportunity to watch season 1 like 3 fucking times before they gave us season 2 because it took like a whole fucking year before that show came out.
I'm just fucking
and like the first
watching
the first season was so fucking good. It was so well written and the characters were like fleshed out, but like you still are like intrigued by them. But it suffers from this thing where I feel like in the second season when like a character's story arc has like because like when they write the character into the wall basically, and this is from like somebody.
I got no arc, Paulie.
It's not even
my arc.
It's not even that they don't have arc. It's that they wrote
The Sopranos.
I know.
Sorry.
They just they wrote these characters into a fucking corner, and instead of like giving them a way to like fight back from that corner and make you like them more, they just kill them off. And I kind of like I understand the point of doing that, but it's like you don't do that.
I think shows like that just kill people also to be like shocking. Like when, spoiler alert, when the FBI agent gets clipped by fucking Cade Langmore, and he smashes his head in with a tackle box, like, I was like, what the fuck? Well, and then you see Cade getting away with the money, and some Mexi just fucking lights him up.
So what I liked is the episode with the doc where he's like, they're trying to kill Marty with the doc, and what's her name?
Ruth was trying to kill him.
Ruth's supposed
and the
to.
FBI agent.
Yeah, and
saved him basically.
And they figure out that like she electrified the doc, but they fuck it up. Or I guess he saves him, but she ultimately doesn't like go through with it, or like the family does.
No, she did go through with it,
but like she fucked it up.
The FBI agent was trying to get Marty, so he was watching that, and he knew that she was going to try and kill him, so he disabled the fucking mechanism or whatever.
But she caught heat from her family, right? Because she didn't.
She didn't get the job done. So then like. Whatever. One dude, her uncle rats on her and fucking. But
see, like that is.
She kills her own uncle. But like 2 uncles.
But like the point of like that though is that like I thought that was like a very elaborate, like from at least a screenwriting perspective, like a very elaborate way of like you tease that this person's life is in peril, but then you give them something to work for because now Ruth's life's in peril because she didn't kill off one of the main characters, and like it's obvious they're not going to kill off Marty like right away. But I thought that was like clever. Like I mean, not like brilliant, but it was like clever. It was like more clever than I was expecting.
First season was great, but I don't know. Second season was like when the Snell fucking they were gonna kill each other and like he was gonna stab his wife and then she fucking cyanided him with fucking coffee.
But like that whole fucking story arc was like so fucking stupid. Like the wife was like so complacent in the first one with the fucking with like the way this is the way things are. Oh, they'll always send more Mexicans, and like she doesn't she shoot the guy in the first one?
Yeah, she's a psycho. She was a complete fucking psycho the whole time.
But like she had
they made a fucking multi-billion-dollar deal with the cartel and he called her a redneck, so she blew his head off. Like, and he was like joking around. Like,
but she like illustrated at least enough restraint about like it, like where that situation is independent of the fucking deal. Like, and I understand.
It's not though. No, that was no restraint. She is a fucking lunatic.
No, that's like not what I meant. But yeah, like okay, fair enough. Like she is a lunatic.
She irrationally killed people the entire time.
But
I hope she gets clipped in season 3. Don't spoil it for me, but like she has the baby now, and they're like, we're gonna get that fucking baby back. I really was hoping they would fucking leave. I kind of knew they wouldn't, but now like Wendy is like working with the cartel lady and shit. Like they're in tight.
I'm gonna have to watch.
No.
I'm gonna have to watch season 3 again just so I can shit on it. But I didn't like season 2 or season 3.
Season 4 comes out in January.
I'm gonna have something else to shit on. But yeah, I'll still watch.
You shit on everything. Just don't shit on it to me because then you ruin things for me. And I really like this show. So.
No, I like it too. That's just it. I just think it was like it dropped off. Like I still watch it. Like I don't get me wrong. Like I'm just one of those people where like,
I would be strongly inclined to disagree. I don't think season 2 was a drop off at all.
I think it was a pretty hard drop off.
Nah, I thought it was like I don't know.
It just was like
it wasn't all action, but there was just a lot of heavy stuff.
It's just predictable. Like I I guess because, like I said, and I also like give it the caveat that I watched season 1 so many fucking times that I was like, okay, they got it like up here, and then the second one didn't like surpass my expectations, but it didn't like really even meet my expectations. It just kind of was like, oh, these characters just kind of feel like they're just expanding without growing or whatever. Like
I enjoyed watching like how composed Marty Bird was the entire time, and then towards the end of season 2 he kills the one dude and he starts coming unraveled.
He's the saving grace because he changes, but he doesn't change because he's like so in control in like the first one, and then you kind of expect him in the second one. Like he's like the one thing where I'm like, I like his character, I like his whole family.
He's a good actor. He's a really good actor too. Like when he's losing and he's crying
Jason
and stuff.
Bateman,
I think he was in Arrested Development too.
Yeah, Jason Bateman.
I never saw that show, but
That's
he's really good as Marty Bird. Like I think there was some things where I'm like, why didn't they just fucking do this? Why didn't she just run out when she was kidnapped or whatever? But like certain things where it's like, why the kid's hair got shaved and then they just let him walk around with the fucked up hair for like a week. And even Tina was like, why didn't anyone fucking just get a buzzer and like buzz it off? Like,
I like in the first season where the daughter just tries to off herself and then just doesn't say anything about it. She's like in the lake and she's like doing the breath training thing.
I didn't read that as trying to kill herself.
No. She's practicing holding her breath, but like I think that the like reason that they dwelled on it was like that she was like so over everything that she wanted to kill.
Yeah, I
like,
thought she was like drowning herself. Yeah.
No, she's like practicing holding her breath because she's a swimmer. They like, but like I thought that was like clever because it's not like I'm gonna go kill myself and then the gun jams or something.
Yeah.
It's like no, she is supposed to be
I'm
out
just
there
gonna go for a
and
swim.
she can kill herself, but like she doesn't, and that like illustrates that Marty restraint. Like I said, like that's a clever thing, and it just like there's nothing like that in the second season for me at least. And like I said, I'm gonna have to rewatch this just so I can bicker with you about it.
Okay.
But like I said, I like that show. Like I really like that show. I just think it was like kind of fell flat for me. Fuck, I can't wait till you watch the third because there's like a fucking like not mind blowing. It's kind of to be expected, but her Ruth's brother or not the other one
3 and Wyatt.
Wyatt takes a pretty fucking.
You could see that coming, but again, don't spoil it for me.
No, I won't say anything.
I'll keep an eye out for Wyatt. He was kind of losing it at the end of the second season.
Oh,
she told him that. Yeah, so I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Well, I will say this: if you ever do want to get a giggle, Arrested Development, just ignore the first season of Arrested Development. Start right at the second season.
What?
No, just because you got to watch the second and third, and then go back to the first and watch the whole thing through. Just trust me on
Why?
this. Because it doesn't pick up. It doesn't pick up till the second season, and
I can get through a boring season.
Okay, well, you will see Patrice. Patrice is in a couple episodes.
I can. I much rather watch a show like chronologically. Even Sopranos, the first season's kind of like it doesn't get real good till like 2 and 3.
Yeah,
but like I always tell people when I recommend it, like just get like I love the first season, but to some people like it's not the best or whatever. But like it gets good. Like if you were like. I'm not going to by you saying that it's really good in 2 and 3. Like I'll sit through season 1.
Okay,
you know what I mean.
I don't have that kind of patience. In fact, Trailer Park Boys, I hated Trailer Park Boys because I tried to watch the first season of it and was like, this is so brutally stupid. And
I haven't watched it in a while.
And my friend, the kid that I gotta bleep his name. He was the kid that went 88 miles per hour with all the fucking Molly and fucking Coke in his car.
Jesus.
That kid, yeah. So he was my roommate and he came down one day and saw I was watching it. And he's like, do you like this? And I was like, not really, but someone told me I'd like it and they think it's funny. Like it's just on in the background. He's like, check this episode out. And he puts on the Green Bastard. And like, dude, my fucking throat hurt for like 3 fucking days after he fucked me in the mouth.
Netflix and chill with your boy fucking
don't
want to say his name so you don't have to believe it again. So.
I seriously laughed so fucking hard, and then I went back and I was like, oh, this is the humor they're going for, because it like if you watch it cold, it like makes
production quality's pretty bad early on in that show too.
Oh yeah,
it's like pretty rough.
Yeah, but yeah, like I picked up on that right away. I was like, oh, like I can now appreciate the low budgetness because this is like the aesthetic they're going for.
Yeah,
they're not trying to like. Arrested Development is high budget, but I feel like the bulk of the show is written by Chip Chipperson because it's all fucking word humor that's like self-referential to like earlier seasons and like earlier characters that have been written off and shit. Like
I've seen clips of it on social media or YouTube or whatever, and to me it's weird to see Marty Bird as like a
He's basically the same character. There's a theory I have actually that it is Marty Bird's a continuation of the Michael Bluth from Arrested Development because they both are accountants. And
no shit.
Well, he's like an accountant that works at like his family owns a construction company, but he's like the CEO. He juggles jobs throughout the fucking series, but like he basically is like the guy that holds the firm together by like, diligent bookkeeping and like most of the time getting saved by other people. But like, yeah, he is it's feasible that he could have like, because like in the show too, he's trying to distance himself from his family because he hates his family. And like in theory, you could say that like Marty Byrde is like
don't come back.
Michael Bluth just like left town and like changed his name and like got an alias and like
met Wendy
and then had a couple of kids
popped out Jonah and Charlotte.
Yeah, like it's very like
I love little theories like that, or even the fucked up one about like Rugrats. Like apparently Rugrats was like
they're all dead. Like,
yeah,
that's
like it's,
there's so many fucking theories.
The first time I read that, I was like, whoa. But then you're like, nah.
There's so many.
Shut the fuck up.
There's theories about Cartoon Network cartoons and Nicktoons, all of which are basically like, yeah, all the characters are dead. You want to talk a different conspiracy theory, like a more grounded conspiracy theory? There's one that, the NFL is like football is a pretty masculine sport. But it's like it has the highest viewership of any sport in like North America comparatively.
I thought NASCAR did.
Well, NASCAR has, I think, the biggest fan base. I think the viewership though, because like so many people broadcast football because it's on basic cable. It's like it has the most viewership. Like,
yeah.
I think because they watch it everywhere, but like you can watch it on like your local Fox affiliate, CBS affiliate.
You can watch NASCAR on CBS or Fox too.
But that doesn't
every week.
But that doesn't have like the same. It has like the biggest fan base. But I'm saying like the view. It's not like you're not like going to Dino's and they're gonna have NASCAR. I mean, maybe they fucking are, but
maybe. But I know what you mean that NASCAR is more of like a
niche
nationwide. I meant football. Football is more of a nationwide like. It's like apple pie. Like it's fucking American as fuck. But like NASCAR has such high numbers in like the South that I think it's like up there with like one of the top. If I'm wrong about it being the top, it's like it would surprise you. Like it does have incredibly high ratings because of all the fucking inbred rednecks like me that fucking watch that shit.
Yeah, like I
love NASCAR.
I'm
dude.
Actually now like second guessing myself, but I was like fairly certain. I think it's just like viewership though, strictly
my
viewership.
Stat or whatever is based off. I'm like thinking like 15 years ago, so you might be right, but I'm pretty sure like back in the day. Like it was like some shot, like Snapple fact type shit. Like, did you know NASCAR is actually the fucking highest watched sport in the country? I
mean, like I said, like I think you're probably right. I think they have. I'm fairly certain it's like the NFL just be like. But anyway, like what I was getting at was that because it has like such a high viewership, and we'll leave it there. Because it has such a high viewership, like they know that like it has like a high like access point for like if it's on like generally somewhat like if it's on someone will watch it like in your household, so like you have the ability of like oh well like dad's watching football, let's all watch football, so you have like a kind of like proxy appeal,
familial type or whatever the word is,
like you can find it as like a thing to like gather like your family around to like create like a family.
We literally do that every Sunday, like with my chick's family. We all fucking eat food and watch the birds.
So there's like this theory,
go birds.
So there's this theory that like back in the early to mid 2000s that there was like some shift in NFL where they wanted to like just completely amass as much viewership as they could. So they started deliberately like making like NFL more gay. And and I'm not like I'm not
guys, it's fucking butt fucking in a dog pile, dude.
Well, like like you could kind of see like symptoms of it because it's like Michael Sam was like a big deal when he got signed, and I think there's an openly gay player now as well.
It's a white dude, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's like a beast.
What? I mean, and like that has nothing.
He's like a linebacker or something.
Yeah, fucking imagine that shit. Like,
he's just a power bottom. He's just getting drilled out,
running around hard the whole time. Doesn't need a cup. It just
he's leading with his helmet.
You're so juvenile.
That was fucking good. That's fucking the double entendre, dude.
He's a center, and every time the quarterback likes the ball, ooh.
Fucking leading with his helmet. That's a fucking penalty, dude. Not
that
helmet.
Charge it. Helmet contact.
Fuck, I was just about to say that.
Yay! I like when we sync up here on like a fucking bunch
chicks
of
on our fucking rag.
There we go. There's like a tooth podcast. Hey!
Fucking Two Bears, One Cave. Or no, that's the Bill
Burr podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to Bill Burr and Burt Kreischer if you guys are listening.
Huge inspiration to us.
We're big fans. Actually, like, speaking of podcasts, I think the only podcast that I still regularly listen to is Two Bears, One Cave. I listen to that every week.
I listen to Come Town and Matt and Shane.
I don't know why. I never got into like Come Town.
The bits are funnier than the whole show.
Yeah, like I've listened to multiple long form episodes, and like I don't know. There's just too many podcasts out now that it's so hard to keep up with all of them. Like I used to listen to Bill Burr every single week, but I just
he caught flack this week, man. He caught flack about he was talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, and apparently fucking 4chan lit him up on the comments on his.
What was he saying? Like he
made the point that like everybody else is making, which is like, yeah, he's a young dumb fucking kid who shouldn't have fucking been there, and that's ultimately what his fucking point is. But like he took some shots at him, like I forget how he just said something, but like. Dude, there was multiple threads on poll yesterday.
He was giggling while he was doing it.
Dude, totally. He was laughing through his own fucking bit, but like in a way where he's not taking himself seriously. Yeah. But like to the unnuanced that like don't know him, it's like.
I wonder what were you have any idea what the shots were that he took at him? Like,
I just know that he made fun of him for looking like
this kid's a fucking psycho.
Kid's a fucking retard.
He's smiling in the interview.
Yeah, like he just like you made fun of him for fake crying. I think he was like that was the most pathetic display of fucking like he was. Like
be a man.
Yeah, he's like, fucking grab yourself by your nuts, cocksucker.
Give him the old right there, Fred.
Right there, Fred. There's a lady. Only ladies cry.
I fucking love Bill Burr.
Like even though he like said something I don't like
he's
agree
been getting
with.
Kind of soft. He took mushrooms like 6 months ago, and then he went vegan for a little bit, and like
the whole Nia thing too. Like,
like I wasn't gonna say, I was literally in my head like. A minute ago, I was like, "Well, he is married.
Joe blurred it out.
He is married to a black chick, so."
But like that hasn't like hindered his comedy. His comedy's still fucking hilarious, and his podcast too is like still.
But he is a little left leaning in a lot of his.
He's always been left leaning.
But who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
I don't care.
Like
he's not a social justice warrior by any stretch of the imagination. He went on SNL and like lit it up. Like he got a lot of flack for like.
He got a lot of flack for when he went on
SNL.
Conan and he talked. So they were giving him a hard time. He's like, "Didn't you go a little hard on the Catholic Church?" He's like, "Don't you think
they went a little hard on those fucking kids?"
Yeah,
like dude,
that's exactly who he is. That's where he lies. But like,
fuck.
I mean, it was just entertaining because like 4chan like doesn't understand the nuance of Burr, and it's like watching them just be like, "We're gonna downvote him."
He's
and
a fucking SJW fucking libtard.
You know for a fact that there's a visual element. He's sitting on his couch somewhere going. Dude, these fucking kids are fucking lighting me up. Yo, Nia, get in here. These kids think I'm a fucking social justice warrior. I think I'm a fag.
He's a fag. It's fucking pizza flavor roast because he was a pedo, dude. He was in fucking Pizzagate.
He was at the pizza flavor.
He was in the Illuminatis. Skippy and Jif, they run the world.
Reese's
the nut cartels.
You ever have Reese's peanut butter?
No.
It's not bad.
Does it taste like the stuff in the between the cup?
Yeah, it just tastes like regular peanut butter, but it's like it's not bad. It's like I was expecting.
I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, it's like it kind of you feel like you're eating Reese's, but like slightly healthier. And like, I don't know. I tricked myself like that for like.
They have organic dark chocolate Reese's now. Like, they have in ShopRite. They're good.
They have this organic. It's like Nutella, but it's made from like berries. And like, but it's like it's dark chocolate.
I don't fuck with no hummus, Lee.
Yeah, it's like got that
hummus smell in your fucking neck.
It's like a dark chocolate Nutella that's made from like fruit and like other shit. But it tastes really fucking good. If you eat that with peanut butter, it tastes just like a fucking Reese's cup. And I've been doing that because I'm doing the keto shit again. But I'm
me and the wife were talking about trying to get back into that after Thanksgiving because my diet's gone completely off the rails.
Yeah, same.
I just fast enough to like not get super fat, but like I still don't feel. I felt better when I was eating cleaner. You know what I mean,
I'm lifting every day. Like I lift for like 30 minutes. I go for my walk. I try to do pull-ups and push-ups too, like intermittently throughout the day, like just to kind of like keep my body.
That's enough, man. Like but that makes such a difference for like your mental health.
I just like I feel like it's like I'm on 60 days in or some shit. Because like every now and then
stay active.
I just
stick to my routine.
I just like it's like an hour goes by and it's like, well, fuck. And I hear shit about like how if you sit too long you'll get a stroke because like you can get like blood clots in your legs, but like they're small blood clots that'll like travel up to your heart and like basically clog your artery and cause you to have a stroke. And like
you mean a heart attack?
No, or what am I saying? When I point at my heart and say heart, no, your brain.
Yeah.
Like, fucking. But you can like get a stroke from like sitting too much. And I play a lot of poker, so I'm sitting a lot. So it's like, yeah, just get up, do fucking 50 push-ups or whatever, and like, just rock it. But like,
I used to try to do 200 push-ups and like. I forget. It was more sit-ups because I could crank out more of them, like maybe 400 sit-ups or something a day. I did that for a while when I was like 19.
Yeah,
I was the weirdo who would like I'd be chilling at my grandparents and like we're just watching TV and then I'm like I'm gonna crank out like 30 push-ups real quick and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, I'm just fucking
It's been too
do
long.
my thing.
It's been too long since we've been to the casino, but one of my favorite times when me and you went there, I think Aaron was with us, but I might have been Stu and his chick. I'm not
Didn't
sure.
I bet my whole stack on black and then I won and started like doing push-ups or something?
I wasn't there for that. I was going to
Okay.
talk about the guy at the craps table that we kept like circling back to because like every time we'd have the dice, he would just start going, "Yeah, motherfucker, yeah!"
remember
and then start
that.
doing push-ups.
I don't
Dude,
remember
you were
that.
there. You might have been playing
Probably
roulette.
hammered.
There's a good chance that
Pre 2017.
we were at Ocean. I know that much because I remember it was like because you were definitely playing roulette. I don't know where you were when
Ocean opened after I stopped drinking, so yeah, I
No,
must have just
no,
no. I got sober in March of 2017. Ocean opened back up when I was working at Surfside because me and Johnny went after work to like the grand opening, and they gave you like $50 to play like $3 games with.
Don't tell no one where you got this.
It sucked because I hit black 30 times in a row and I only made like $100 because the max bet was like $3. And I was like, dude, if I could have actually bet how I wanted, I would have made like 5 bands.
That's
Yeah, I
fucking
mean,
miserable.
I was so annoyed. I was like, it was so bittersweet because it was cool. It was fun to win, obviously, but I was like, come on, let me bet 6. Like,
I remember that.
fuck.
Your triumph.
They're probably like rigging it in everyone's favor that was there.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they'd be
get
like,
you
this
hooked.
casino's great. I won every fucking hand. Like, it was
Yeah.
probably like they fucking were like,
Totally.
yeah, that's probably why they gave you the free 50 because it's like
We're
you're
gonna
playing
make,
with house money.
We're
It
gonna
doesn't-
make
yeah.
this back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like
And it's
easily.
not even real money at that point. It's just
Yeah.
like chips. Like,
Yeah, totally. There's there was like a fun little fucking thing I was like watching about this dude who used to crack slot machines and how he would like go about doing it. Was he
was
would
this in AC or Vegas?
This was the guy in Vegas, and he's like,
I saw that thing on like TLC
Yeah.
or whatever the fucking that
I
was
think it's
cool.
A&E, yeah. They were like saying how he had like a team, and like there was 3 in this episode. One was a dude who forged chips, which he had like something that like it took him so long to arrive at the conclusion that I was like, I'm so glad that you're in fucking jail for the rest of your fucking life because that was so dumb that it took him 2 years to figure out that if you take I think it's a 5. So if you take like 5,
The red nickels.
yeah, the red nickels, and then you take a black, they have the same pattern, but you just need to like adjust the pattern like a certain number of degrees and then paint it, and then you just take the stickers and print new ones and put them over top and then heat them and they'll stick on there. But they were like trying to make them with like fucking like carbon fiber, like make fake chips with carbon fiber
Instead of just-
and like resin and shit, and then
Instead of just going and getting a bunch of 5s and turning them into 100s.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it was like half the episode was just them talking about like this guy, and it was like, oh yeah, it was right in front of us the whole fucking time. It's like Ray Charles fucking saw that. Like, are you fucking that dense,
Yeah.
dumb fucks? Like,
Go
no wonder you
fucking
got caught.
pony up and get 1,000 worth of nickels and sit down at the roulette table for 5 minutes and then go home.
Yeah, like it was so dumb.
Blow $100, keep the 9, keep the chips.
There was the dude that was cracking the slot machines. 'Cause that guy was smart. He was so smart that he would he invented all of the technology that he used to crack the slot machines. It's not like this was like, oh, I got like a Slim Jim from a car place and then like got like a hot wiring kit from like a different car place. Like, no, he went to like a circuit, like a niche, specific like microprocessor company that like made circuit boards and like had them print a flat dimension of like what it was, and then figured out that if you like put this thing up in there and then connect a circuit and then have like an EMF jammer that like jams the thing at the right time, and then like you pull the lever, it like creates this chain reaction that triggers a jackpot. But like he had to like invent everything, and then like he was the only one that got away scot-free. Like he did some time for it, but he died a free man ultimately. And then they were like, well, how'd you do
had
it?
to give up all the money though, right?
I don't think he ever got enough where they had to like give, like he had to give anything back. I just know that he did like I think a 7 to 10 year jail sentence.
That's not getting off scot-free.
But I mean, like considering he stole millions of dollars over like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
No,
he
it was
probably
more
had to
than
pay
more than that.
restitution on that.
Yeah, I don't
The
think,
feds don't let you keep fucking 10 million in stolen money.
I don't think
He
that
served his time.
I don't think he
Give
did
him his money.
Yeah, I don't think he did too bad on it though.
He
but,
probably
like,
hid a bunch of it and shit like that.
well,
Like,
that's
Meyer Lansky had 300 million and the feds never found it. I just watched the Meyer Lansky movie on like Hulu or
Is that
Amazon
the-
Prime or something. It's
is
called
it-
like Lansky.
is it
It sucked.
The Binions guy?
Who?
Binions, the Binions Casino? Because that's like that's like the one. That's the one that.
No, he owns stuff in Havana.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, in Vegas, the Flamingo. I don't know the Binion. Meyer Lansky he was the Jewish dude. They called him the mob's accountant. He
Oh, he was the guy
ran
that
with Lucky Luciano.
De Niro's based off of loosely in Casino, right? The Jewish guy. Like there was like the
I think so.
the
Ace
odds,
Rothstein.
Yeah, the odds shark or whatever. Because like he
Maybe.
basically
I don't know.
because there was like Lucky Luciano had like basically been like trying to like run it like a gangster, but he needed a dude who was like an accountant that like knew how to fucking do it. And I guess this is who the documentary you said is on. But
it wasn't even a documentary. It was like a feature length film. It was 2 hours. It was about I forget who played. It was he's been in a ton of mob movies. I forget his fucking name. He played the one guy in The Irishman, Angelo Bruno. He was like the boss in the beginning.
Is he the dude from The Walking Dead?
No, he's like a famous actor.
Actually, I'm gonna pause for
I'm
one
looking up
second.
the.
So, all right. So Harvey Keitel plays a guy that runs the Flamingo.
He plays Meyer Lansky. Meyer Lansky, he was like Lucky Luciano's right-hand man. He's like one of the most famous mobsters ever. This was like a movie, and it's like one of those jump back and forth between eras because it's like a writer writing a book about his life. So it's like him and a writer sitting in a diner, and then they'll flash back to Meyer in his 30s when he was running shit in Havana. And like, but apparently he died a free man. I don't think he ever did time. And when he died, he only had $35,000 in his bank account, but the feds alleged that he had $300 million squirreled away that they couldn't find.
Like offshore? Or like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like a scene in the movie where like they find his one fucking safety deposit box and they like fly to fucking Geneva to open it, and they open it and it's like, you will never find it on a note, and it was just empty.
That's fucking dope.
I was like, fuck!
Yeah!
Just spoiler alert for that fucking new movie on Amazon Prime. But that movie sucked.
Fuck spoiler
It was
alerts.
2 hours long. It was just way too long-winded and fucking couldn't keep my attention. And like, I really like mob stuff. Like, it was good, but like, I paused. There was 15 minutes left, and I paused it for like an hour because I was like on my phone. This shit fucking blows. Like, I was like, I guess I gotta wrap this shit up. Like, I'd give it 3 out of 5. Like,
all right. I mean, I'll check it out. What's it called again?
Lansky.
Yeah. All right, I'll give it a shot.
It's on Amazon Prime, so I don't know if you have that.
Yeah, I got Prime.
Cool.
I'll check that out so that I can bitch about that instead of Ozarks to you.
Okay, yeah.
Bellyache.
I hate that movie too, so like, it's one that we both hate.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
You'll probably love it. You'll be like, it was so well written.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
5
stars.
What is wrong with the
You
framing?
don't appreciate good film.
The mise en place was really off the point. Really.
Did you like? I don't know if we've talked about it, but did you like The Irishman?
I mean, like, it was a fine film. It wasn't Scorsese's best work. Scorsese's definitely jumped the shark. It's no fucking like Mean Streets or Goodfellas or anything like that. But it's like it
was good. I liked it.
It was kind of long. It was just I like Norton.
It did take me like 3 attempts to get through it because I would kept falling asleep because I'd put it on at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and it's like,
it's a 3-hour movie.
yeah, you
have
just
like,
pass out on the couch.
There's like parts of that movie that are very cringy, like De Niro's fucking little fight scene.
Yeah, that's the whole.
Everybody's picking
It
apart.
didn't really bother me.
It
I don't
didn't
know.
bother me. Like, it just did nothing for me. It was like,
It
guys,
didn't-
he's old man tries to fight a fucking stunt guy. Like you just see like the transparency of that. Like, oh,
It's like, yeah, I know De Niro's 90 years old and they have age shit on his face. It's like,
Okay.
this, you know what I mean? They got it. And then they have him as like a fucking 90-year-old man too.
yeah,
Like, it's just like,
it comes full circle.
people
like,
shit all over the fucking de-aging because it's kind of like, not cartoonish, but they didn't.
it is cartoonish. I think it's cartoonish.
Yeah.
personally, but I have an
They
eye for
didn't.
that shit.
They
like,
didn't do like the silicone or whatever. They did like when they had Pesci young and shit. That shit's like computer animated on.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird.
Pesci looked like he was a
His
fucking like.
blue eye contacts or whatever is kind of weird.
Someone
I
said
didn't mind it though.
someone said Pesci looked like a wax model of himself.
Yeah.
and it was like very accurate.
But it's just like, how else are they gonna make him look younger? They could have, but what they
Yeah.
could have done is like, they use different actors when they show different periods.
Exactly.
But they wanted Pesci and De Niro to lead. Like, that's who you're selling the fucking movie on. So like,
But
They
it's like a
probably
3-hour
wanted to use-
movie. I think like 20 minutes of that allocated to them being younger with younger
and you could have
actors.
made them look really close. You know what I mean? Like, you could
exactly.
have done a good casting job.
Actors are a dime a dozen. Like,
Yeah.
you can get anybody that vaguely like whoever that fucking kid. One of my favorite no-name fucking actors in any fucking movie is in Goodfellas. The kid that plays Pesci. Like the kid in the very beginning of Goodfellas, that
like,
kid.
"How you doing,
How you
Hendry?"
doing? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Like he's just
He literally
so,
goes, "How you doing, Hendry?"
Hendry.
Yeah.
He's so good.
It's like, we're gonna be good friends.
He gets fucking Pesci's mannerism. He's even like the right size accordingly. Like,
Yeah.
like it's perfect. Like, get that like something
you
like
doing,
that.
Hendry?
It accomplishes what he's trying to do, and that's like a Scorsese film too. And that's the only reason I cite that. Like, but I think like it was fine. It was a fine movie. I thought The Irishman it, like came out longer ago than it did, but that was 2018, wasn't it? It was like 2018 or 2019.
I think it was 19.
2019. Like it was fairly
pre-COVID, I think.
Yeah, it was definitely pre-COVID because I watched it when I was in my trailer still. But yeah, that I was like, you can't expect too much from like Martin Scorsese. He's an old fucking man, and he's trying to like make shit because people want to see like like his old style gangster movies. But like he made more than that. Like I mean, like every movie kind of has like a little touch of that and other things. But like you can't like compare like The Departed and like Gangs in New York to like his like Taxi Driver.
Departed was Scorsese?
Yeah, Departed was Scorsese.
Departed ruled.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Everybody's talking shit on it now. Yeah,
really?
It's like it's kind of.
I watched it like 2 months ago or something, laying in bed, and it was fucking great.
It's kind of gotten like a backlash, like it's come full circle now, and people like because like a decade of like letting it breathe, like people have kind of like
picked it apart.
Yeah, because they don't like that the characters are static, which they are, but that's kind of the point. They don't learn anything; they just kind of exist in their own way, and then like ultimately because they don't learn, that's why they die, which people are too obtuse to fucking grasp. They're like, well, like they could have grown. It's like no, they're scumbags. Not the point of the movie. They're scumbags, and you're supposed to see them exist in this scumbag world. You want to see them
fucking like join a volunteer group and like fucking
do civic duties,
go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, like fuck that. Like
better themselves. Like I don't give a fuck. Yeah, kill them off.
Exactly. Like this is and like it punctuates in a way where like if you're not familiar with how Scorsese does things, at the end of his fucking movies, everyone fucking dies every fucking time. But the point of it is it's kind of like it's not as like on the nose as like a Coen Brothers movie where everybody dies, like No Country for Old Men, where like everybody just dies and then like that you're just kind of like the world keeps turning. It's like no, this story has like a punctuation to it. Like the world keeps going, but like we're done here. It doesn't leave it to like ambiguity. It leaves it like very it wraps it up.
There's no questions.
Exactly. Yeah, like and I like that about him. But like I don't know. I think we're just expecting too much out of an old man from him. But like I've got no fucking problems with the Irishman.
It's a good flick. Everyone hated it. Everyone hated the Sopranos movie.
The Sopranos movie sucked, but like I liked it. It was just fun. A shitty movie. Like it's a dumb movie that was based on something that's greater than it ever could be. So like there.
The only saving grace in that movie is Jimmy's fucking son playing him. Gandolfini's son.
Yeah, Gandolfini's son's great.
Like, yeah, I'm calling him Jimmy like I'm fucking boys with him.
I mean, we're from Jersey. We live next door, basically.
Jimmy G.
Hey, Jimmy G. You did a really good job.
He's a good fella.
Hey, this guy's a good guy. He's a little wise.
He's a friend of ours.
Friend of mine. Friend of ours. You just do a town. We can do the WAP cast the entire time. We both have mustaches now too,
and the fucking fake guinea gold. Joe has a fucking. I don't know if you can see it. Show the fucking. He has a fake fucking Uzi and then a fake Cuban link, like thick fucking rope. Is your neck itching? Because my wrist fucking itches in this thing.
It doesn't itch. This stuff it's real. It's gold plated. It's like it's not real, but it's like it doesn't itch. It doesn't get the green shit on me either.
Yeah, no, this hasn't yet. I don't wear it that much though because I fucked up the thing.
I don't either. I got.
You just wear it for the cast.
I just wear it for the
cast.
This
has been in my pocket for like 5 days, and then I'm like, Joe's got his gold on. I gotta fucking throw the golds on. Let's get grills. Let's get fake fucking grills and just rock them for a cast.
Grills. So I made Casey laugh so hard she almost threw up at the Hamilton Mall. We were going. She had to get like a dress for Joey.
AC,
we were going to AC. So we were at the mall, and she was like, she got the dress, she got the shoes. I was being the gentleman. I was paying for everything. I was like, you like to get like some earrings, maybe like a bracelet or something like that. So we go to a little pagoda thing.
You gave her like the Tony Soprano brooch.
Yeah, well,
it was nice.
Well, I was like looking for like because like she.
But I got a family.
She like dolled herself up. I was like, no, let's like finish it. Like get what you want.
Were you guys dating at this point?
Yeah, we were dating.
Okay.
It's like no, we were pretty heavy in it at that point, but. No, so we walk up and the lady's like, I like told her, I was like, yeah, just like find something you want. It's like, I'll get it for you. And like she's like, I don't know what I want. So the lady's like, oh, like what are you looking for? I think out in Mississippi, I was like, she's looking for grills. And like he's like, I am not looking for grills. And then the chick is like Indian, so she's super confused. So
they sell barbecue in Macy's.
It's just like just not like going along with the bit, and Casey's just like way too embarrassed to stay there.
The Indian lady's just confused. Like
like we had to walk away.
What
like
is grilled?
She like blew a sail. So, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't as funny as I thought.
Nah, it is a good one. I think it's more of like you had to be there.
It wasn't even you had to be there. It was
I'm a somber, sad piece of shit, so I'm not laughing. But that's how I sounded in my car on the ride here. You ever just ugly cry and you're like primal fucking wailing? I was in my car like,
yeah, dude, you gotta get it out sometime.
Yeah, no, you gotta. It's fine.
I thought about this too when you're telling me about like your mom or you and your mom like before that. I was like thinking, well, I was setting everything up. I only cried one time for my mom. Like when my mom died, I cried when Rachel got to my house.
You haven't cried other than that?
I mean, like I have like here and there. I cry at random times, but like if I sat here and like tried to force myself to cry about my mom, I probably couldn't do it.
That's crazy.
But
I'm
like,
I can.
But like if I watch The Replacements, I start crying when they're all in jail and start fucking dancing. Like when they're in, like you ever seen that movie?
Mm-mm.
It's got Keanu Reeves and like Gene Hackman where they play like they're a football team that they get hired as scabs because the players union is striking. So like Keanu Reeves.
I think I remember that actually.
Oh yeah, there's like a scene where they start a bar fight and then they all end up in jail. So they start singing Aretha Franklin or some shit in jail. And like every time I see that scene,
Why?
Like,
did your mom like it or something?
My mom loved that. My mom was raised in Detroit, so she loved Motown. So like there was an added layer there, but she loved that movie because she had a crush on Keanu Reeves. And yeah, like it was just like all of it together. It's like when Bert watches The Time Traveler's Wife. Like it's that exact same like ugly cry.
I cried in Ozark a bunch of times.
Which part?
The one when when Buddy was dying and Marty came down to talk to him.
Oh yeah.
And my Uncle Bucky was dying of lung cancer, and I didn't even like talk to him the last 6 months of his life because I was scared to face him. And Marty was scared to face Buddy, and he comes down and Buddy says to him like, "It's okay. Like, I'm not mad at you. Everyone deals with it differently."
Yeah.
And I just pictured like my dead uncle saying that to me, and like,
oh,
I just started like sobbing, like,
yeah.
Oh. So,
all right.
Shout out to Uncle Bucky. He was a good dude.
Shout out Uncle Bucky. Rest in power.
Yeah. I got my Plant Trish fucking lighter too. This is hers. I got a pack of her Newports in my book bag too.
Fuck yeah. Hey man, I carry. I don't have my wallet on me, but Ian's pop. I have his. Shout out Ian too. Congrats on the house, buddy.
Oh no shit. Good for him.
He closed on the house, so he's living out in Port Norris. Anyway, every time I go to the casino, I have my like wad in my wallet, and I have his prayer card because me and his dad and Ian used to go to the casino together. And his dad would make the Buffalo run, and like he'd be like smoking darts and fucking just hanging out, and like whenever
What's the Buffalo run? Is that a slot machine?
Yeah, Buffalo Gold. So like his dad loved it. Like it was just like one of those things. Like so whenever you hear like Buffalo when you're like walking through, it's like Mr. Borgo, like
that's
right there.
Rough, man.
I'll cheer you up though. I'll cheer you up. I got
this
one.
whole thing's cheered me up. I was skeptical if I even wanted to do this today.
Nah,
but like,
this is healthy.
I needed this for sure. Like, I don't know.
So have you ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
All right, so
heard of it. But
yeah, it's got Chris Pratt in it. So the beginning of Guardians.
He's a good looking dude.
Yeah, he's a handsome fella.
I'd suck him.
Bradley Cooper's the raccoon.
He was in Cape May this weekend.
Bradley Cooper?
Yeah, you don't have Facebook, but
fucking
that's all over all the news.
Sassy faggot with that fucking. He's in Cape May this weekend.
Video now.
I caught red-handed, fucker.
Reading the fucking tabloids. And I heard that he was cheating on his wife, Kim Kardashian.
Oh shit!
Nah, he was walking. He apparently was in Cape May walking around. There's a bunch of pictures of him. Like Bradley Cooper. Shout out to fucking Bradley Cooper on Facebook. This weird troll that I don't know who it is, but
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Adam. He's funny. I don't know who. It's got to be someone around here because he made he insulted me, but like jokingly. But it was like he has to know me in real life somehow.
Oh, okay.
To make this type of joke.
Maybe it's me.
No.
It's way too funny.
It was like a high school reference from like high school hockey. So I'm like, is this fucking someone from like Summers Point or something? Like, is this fucking this guy? I don't know.
It's fucking Turcotte.
Yeah, I think that is a very good hypothesis. I was thinking this dude, Dave Darcusio, for some reason, this guy I played men's league with, who was a cool guy. Because he's funny. He was just like busting my balls one day, and I took it in stride. I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I just went along with it and dissed myself even harder. So like, you gotta be able to fucking take it on the chin. But I meant to say Bradley Cooper was in K-Man, but I said Radley out of fucking habit because I see that dude on Facebook every day. Yeah. So give him an ad. He's a funny fucking guy.
But all right, so Guardians of the Galaxy, the first like 5 minutes of it, it's not as like heart wrenching as like the first 10 minutes of Up, but like it's
dude, me and Tina watched that and we were like both crying.
Have you never seen that movie before?
Dude, I couldn't even, and it was like right after her dog passed away. So we're both in her bed, just like ugly crying, like fetal position.
I was down in Maryland when I was at one of my ex's houses the day that we had to put her dog down, and I didn't go because I wasn't invited. They have a large family. Yeah, they didn't want to bring me. They were like, "You don't have to come for this." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "Yeah, I don't want you."
It's like a family thing.
Yeah, I understood. I kept my distance and everything. I kept my distance.
You gotta respect it.
But I showed her fucking Donnie Darko, and there's like a whole fucking thing in Donnie Darko about how he like makes an allegory about like dying alone. It's like, yeah, my dog like dug a hole under the porch and then would just go in there and lie and not come out. Fuck.
Whatever.
Cut that part
she
out.
Ain't fucking listening. It doesn't fucking matter. You didn't say her last name.
Yeah, so she was like just there, and she's like, we have to go put my dog down like in 2 hours, right?
Oh my God,
like,
dude.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Read the room, bud.
But
I thought you were showing it after. So which would have been even worse.
She got me back way worse because like when my mom was sick. Well, actually, my mom had died.
Got you
at this
back.
Point. Yeah, so my mom died.
I'm nervous to hear where this is gonna go.
3 months after, we go to see Guardians of the Galaxy, and she had seen it in theaters already and liked it so much. She was like, because it is a good movie. It's a really good fucking movie. It's an entertaining movie.
It's like, this part's gonna hurt you, but
she didn't give me the warning. The first 5 minutes of the movie is like similar to Up, where it's just like Bradley Cooper's like younger character watching his mom die of cancer and like waste away in a hospital bed, which I had just lived through like 2 months before, and I'm like,
I'm sick to my stomach. I have like heart palpitations right now.
In the fucking theater, I was like squeezing her hand. I was like, "Why did you bring me to this?" And she's like, "I forgot about this part." And I'm like,
it probably was like an honest mistake.
It was.
Too.
It absolutely was, because the movie was great. Like the movie like completely outshadowed.
She's probably like
that.
crying with you, like, "I'm sorry."
She like tensed up so bad though. She was like squeezing my hand and being like, "I completely forgot about this." I was like, "How long is this part?" There's a part later in the movie where
she wasn't ready. There's a Kevin Hart bit.
There's a part where like the mom is like on the hospital bed and they put her on like a lazy suit, like not like I know how they do the shot is how I'm just explaining it, but it's like he's like looking off into space and the mom on the hospital bed is just kind of like flying off into space. And I saw that, I was just like, "God damn it!" Like, fuck. Yeah, like in the theater, it just like hit me again. I was like, "I forgot about that part." Now you bring it back up. Like it was rough, but yeah, dude, like she got me back for Donnie Darko.
Even like just funeral scenes can get me sometimes. I just remember funerals. I was like,
funeral scene in Gran Torino gets me because it reminds me of my grandfather's funeral. Because like there's the part where in the very beginning where the wife and like all his friends show up, but it's like less people, and then at the end when he is dead and all the Vietnamese people show up, or Chinese Vietnamese, I think.
They're all the same.
No, they're Chinese. Whatever. Fuck. Hmong people. That's all I remember. But yeah, they all show up. So it's like, oh, he's got a sense of family. It's like my grandfather's was like me, my dad, my mom, my aunt's boyfriend. Like it was like sparse. And like my uncle, I think, showed up too. But like, yeah, it was just like, fuck. Like this is what we're competing towards. Like shit. This is like some real fucking heavy shit. Like I don't want nobody showing up to that. Like that's what I said. I'm gonna have myself fucking stuffed.
I want a huge one. I'm vain. I want a big like mausoleum. I want money. Like I want to like flex. Like I want, when you go to the cemetery and see my fucking grave, I want you to be like, "Damn, that guy had some money."
You're Bender from the episode of Futurama where Bender goes to the Egyptian planet and just erects a fucking thing that's his monument is stepping on the pyramids.
Yes,
and
that's what I want.
Spits flames and yells, "Bender at Jacob is great."
It's pretty much. I want like a big like Eiffel Tower in the front of Godfrey fucking cemetery or whatever.
You want an Eiffel Tower? Someone at Godfrey.
Yeah.
Just get Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, just me getting bent over by two big black dudes. Wax museum. Then my actual corpse, I'm just getting fucking, I'm getting spit roasted. You just got one in my another one in my hurt.
Your stuffed doggy style. Your ass is out of the cup. See, that's just it. I have ever since I heard.
How the fuck did we get in there?
I don't know, but it's cheering me up. This put me in a good mood today. I lost a lot of money in the stock market.
Oof.
Nah, not bad. You ever get stressed on a bra? That was like my biggest fear, like having to take a bra off. Now I
still do. I'm an idiot. I'm like 30.
Do it with one hand. You gotta do it with one hand. That's how you do it. Like if you want to like look like a pro, you got to do it one hand.
I've been in a relationship for like 7 months.
She just takes it off for you.
Yeah, like, let's just cut to the chase.
Let the mothers fly, baby.
Nah, it's just like, I don't know. I don't need to look like a pro. I'm clearly not a pro.
I'm clearly not a pro. Look how I'm fucking dressed right now. I had to take my fucking other shirt off to put the one with the long johns underneath it. I had to take the shirt that said I love midget, or I support midget violence, because I
should have rocked that.
But it didn't have my long johns under that one. How long we got?
I gotta be in Marmora at 6. So
all right, let's do 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we can do a little more than that. I don't have to leave here till 10 till.
I want to do. I want to
do 20.
All right, 20. All right, so I was gonna say there was like we never followed through with me. Basically, what happened earlier remember that football game I was talking about? So first subject we were trying to talk. Yeah, so
it's a good callback. People who are listening since the beginning, like,
yeah. So
shout out to you.
Basically, I have my set list here. So I basically what happened was I was trying to hurt the younger brother kid, but I ended up decking my friend Griswold by accident and broke his collarbone.
Oh my god!
And because I broke his collarbone, the two brothers' family was like, "Oh, we don't want you hanging out with that kid," but they all hung out with my friends, and their parents all knew that like they hung out with me. So like if I was around, so if I was around, they weren't allowed to come play. So I got in trouble one time because I was so fucking mad about this too. We were trying to get a game of pickup football going. We had 6 people. Who wants to play 3-on-3? 2 people, 4-on-4, or you know,
each had an odd number, and you needed these assholes to show up to fucking make it right.
Dude, so I called their house. Like, so everybody called them, and they didn't pick up their phone. So I called their house, and they're like, the younger brother picks up and was like, "Hey, we're playing pickup football," and he just hangs up on me. So I call back again, and I'm like, "Yo, like, don't hang up on me. Like, we want you guys to come play football. Like, come on." And like, I hear another click, and then I hear the phone click again. He hangs up on me. So I'm like, all right, like, fuck this shit.
His parents were listening on the other line.
Yeah. So, but like, literally, I just called twice. I think I might have said something like, "We'll feed you too." Like, we made nachos or something like that. Like, "We'll feed you." Like, come on.
For a 4th man. Come on, dude.
Like, come on. So it was like, but as benign as that. His mom calls.
I want you to break his fucking collarbone again, dickhead.
Come on, I don't want to break my dink again. Man. But like,
stop sunken on my dink.
His mom called my mom and told her that I was harassing her son, and like, because my mom,
she's a cunt.
Well, yeah, like, no.
Not your mom, the other lady.
No, she is a cunt. She divorced her fucking husband and took the kids. It was fucking funny.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, like,
good for her.
Yeah, single independent lady. But she she like fucking like told my mom that I was harassing her son and that I was like threatening him and stuff. And I'm like, I never did that. So I got grounded for a fucking full week. And like, we were down at McDonald's because the game didn't get going. So we're like, all right, fuck it, let's go down to fucking McDonald's and get food. So I'm down there. My mom pulls up, like, skirts into the fucking driveway. It's like, "You in the car now!"
It's not the worst feeling. Dude, right, your stomach's just a knot.
In front of your friends, in public. Yeah. She's like, "Why are you still calling them?" And I'm like, I called them to ask them.
Mom, I just want to sunk their dinks.
Sunk their dinks, Mom.
Dink sunk.
Just trying to get my friends sunk dinks, man.
But I'm gonna play a little Monster Rain.
Yeah. I didn't know how fucking prolific the sex tourism is in the Philippines specifically, but I think it's what is it? It's the name of it. Manila, Philippines. I think there's like this like strip of bars in their like red light district. Like, so there's like brothels, obviously, like places people go to strip, like go to sleep with hookers and shit. But then there's like sex clubs where you can just like pay like a flat fee of like $1,000 US, and you'll get to like watch a sex show. Well, like, people are like having a pool party, and then you're getting like knobbed in a fucking hot tub watching all of this go down, like, but you're like not part of it, like you're just kind of in your own little private thing. It's fucking bizarre, man. I can't.
You're getting knobbed though.
Like you're getting like the all-inclusive thing. It's like, you know, the Bunny Ranch where like like people go out there and you pay like $15,000, and then it's like you don't really like get like a hooker, but like you get like an experience for the weekend where there's like things you do. Like, you don't leave the ranch, but like you kind of just are like there and having experiences. It's kind of like that, like
experiences, like
getting like overdosing, I guess. Like what's his fucking face did?
Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
Lamar. He was fixing the floorboards. He's a good man.
He's putting his nose down. Getting his nose to the grindstone. Fixing the vent.
He's smoking crack.
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know that case enough. I just know Bunny Ranch and overdose. That was, he had to get helicoptered to Vegas, I think, right?
I don't remember.
Because it's in Vegas, but I don't think it's like, you can't go to, there's no brothers in Las Vegas.
It's not in Vegas. It's like out 30, near, 40, 50, whatever minutes out of town.
There's like this one casino that I think if me and you were like turn of the century, like degenerates, we probably would have fallen for this. But there's this like one casino that before you get to the Vegas city limits or like the county line or whatever, there's like a casino where it's not the same like as Vegas. Like it's not like on the strip, obviously. Like, but it's just like the first casino that, like, if you're driving down the highway from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, it's the first casino you pass in Nevada, and it's like,
is it like Reno or somewhere? Or?
No. It's just like it's up on the mountain range, like so you can see the Vegas Strip, but it's just like the first casino you get to before like you're on like in Vegas proper. And apparently, like back in the day, what they would do is they'd be like, yeah, this is Vegas, like welcome to Vegas, and then they just like rob you and then you have to go back to LA because you never actually made it to Vegas. It was just like some like really like skeezy like rigged casino where they just like would be like, yeah,
like a casino in Maze Landing.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
on
it's
your
like,
way to AC.
Yeah, like you like stop to play like fucking CeeLo at a gas station in Pleasantville, and like you're like, I made it to Atlantic City.
Playing 3-card Monty at the fucking Exxon.
Dude, they try to do that shit down in New Orleans. I called the guy out on it, but then I realized I was like completely like it was not the place to fucking call someone out for 3-card Monty. Like,
hey, this is a scam.
Yeah, like, dude. Literally,
they're rigging this.
The guy.
These are not reputable people.
The around Canal Street, and like the casino is like on Canal Street, and then there's like Bourbon Street over here. So like right smack dab in the middle, this dude has a table set up and he's selling like all this like art and fucking like beads and rocks and shit. And like then he's got like a little tray set up with 3-card Monty on it. And some like hick from like Texas comes by and is like, oh, what you got going on over here? And I just like am walking by and overhear this, and the chick's like, oh, you got a little game set up? And the guy's like, yeah, you put 5 beans on that, and you know, if you pick the ace of spades, you win. And then he like shows her how it's done, and he's like, see, you can win too. And then like I can see that he's got the card up his fucking sleeve. Like it's not subtle at all, but she's not focused on the sleeve, she's focused on the game. So when he walks by, he's like, yeah, casino's right there, you can go right to the casino, but we got this out here. You want to make some money real quick? And I'm just like, pfft. And then like the guy sees me, and then like a bunch of heads turn at me, and I'm like, oh shit, and just like walk back to where I was
These
going.
These guys will fuck you up.
There's like people, like once a year I hear about someone getting beat to death on Bourbon Street because they're fucking with the bucket drummers. It's the most annoying fucking thing too. It's just a cacophony of fucking, and it's like so loud you can't.
It's like
fucking
drum
think.
line, just nonstop.
They just don't have rhythm. It's just literally black people.
They just go
bullying.
fast.
No, they just bully white people because it's like they put the little kids out there. The little kids are cute, so they don't have to play good. They just have to play, and then it's like get some like Okie tourist to come through and like, oh, look at him, he's playing the bucket. Yeah, so they give him $1, but then if they want more, they give you like, you know, they'll come out and be like, oh, you know, we're trying to put him into a private school, like, and they'll kind of give you the spiel, and then, you know, dumb tourists will cough up more money. 5. But yeah, like someone occasionally will like try and fucking say something or do something, and they'll get fucking their brains bashed in with a fucking billy club, like right on Bourbon Street, like beat into a coma or some shit. Yeah, like, you know, fun stuff. But I had some dude when I was down there before I moved back for good. There was a guy who's hustle, because there's like all sorts of scammers and shit. So there's the bucket drummers and all sorts of like, you know, 3-card Monty and scammers and shit on Bourbon Street. Mm-hmm. This dude walks up to me and gave me the worst pitch, like for, yo, give me money. So he walks up to me and I'm wearing boots, and he goes, hey man, what kind of boots are those? And I was like, I don't know, they're like army surplus boots that I got in Canada. And he's like, no, but like, what are those boots? And I'm like, are you just trying to, and like before I could like, yeah, before I could even get it out of my face, he's already reaching down and starts trying to spit shine my shoes, where I just do one of these. I just like, nope.
Go
and
get
like,
your fucking shine box.
I just jumped out of the way. I was like, nope. And he's like, oh, come on, man, you're not going to let me. I was like, nope. I think there's a little something indignant about making you shine my shoes for money. I'll tell you what, I'll just give you $1 and we'll call it even. Right? Fair? And he's like, okay. And I pull out my wallet and I pull $1 out, and he goes, you motherfucker, I saw 5 in there. It's like, yo, be happy with the fucking single you got, dude. But like, I know I'm like in the fucking jungle down there. I'm not fucking like,
oh
no. It's Upton Sinclair's the jungle, not fucking Kenya. We should end on that.
Retarded.
We should end on that.